Hello everyone, welcome to JS Group Info. In this video we are going to talk about another interesting series, History of Border-Gavaskar Trophy Part 3. If anyone missed Part 2 video, I'll give you in card. Are you excited, guys? Before start the video, if anyone watched my channel without subscribe, please subscribe. Let's move to video. 2003 AO4 series. The Indian cricket team toured Australia during November 2003 and February 2004. The tour included a 4-test series, which commenced on December 4, 2003 and concluded on January 6, 2004, with test matches in Brisbane, Adelaide, Melbourne and Sydney. The test series was drawn 1-1, and hence India retained the Border-Gavaskar Trophy. Before this tour, India had a poor record in test matches away from home, having won just 18 out of 176 tests. The previous tour to Australia in 1999 and 2000 had resulted in a 3-0 defeat, and India had not won a test match in Australia since 1981. The first test match was played at Brisbane from 4 to 8 December. In a rain-affected match, Australia got off to a good start with Justin Langer scoring 100. Scores from the remaining 3 batsmen out of the top 4, Hayden, 37, Ponting, 54, and Martyn, 42, took Australia to 262 for the loss of just 2 wickets at the end of first day's play. Only 18 overs were possible on the second day, but the Indians picked up 7 Australian wickets for the addition of only 61 runs. The third day was again affected by rain and only 6 overs were bowled, at the end of which, India were 11 for no loss. India started the fourth day well, but 3 quick wickets reduced them to 3-62. But Sourav Ganguly, 144, and VVS Laxman, 75, took India to 409 in a first innings lead of 86. When the last day started, only the first innings had been completed, and the match appeared to be heading for a draw. However, Australia scored quick runs as 4 of the top 5 batsmen scored 50s. Hayden scored 99 runs in 98 balls faced, as Australia declared on 284. India had scored 73 runs out of the target of 199, when play was stopped with the consent of both teams. Sourav Ganguly was man of the match. The second match was played at the Adelaide Oval from 12 to 16 December. Australia won the toss and elected to bat. Ponting was the highlight as he scored 242 runs, while contributions from Simon Caddick and Jason Gillespie lower down the order took Australia to a first innings score of 556. Exactly 400 of these runs were scored on the first day. India started their first innings well, but 4 quick wickets meant that they were in trouble at 4-85. But Dravid and Laxman, the heroes of Eden Gardens in 2001, put together a partnership which took India to 388 before Laxman was dismissed for 148. Dravid went on to string together partnerships with the tail, and was the last man dismissed as India scored 523. Rahul Dravid scored 233. The second innings started just before lunch on the fourth day, with Australia leading by 33 first innings runs. But wickets fell all too regularly and only the lower middle order put up any resistance as Ajit Agarkar picked up 6 wickets. Australia were bowled out for 196. India started their second innings chasing 230 runs to win. First innings hero Rahul Dravid, who was dropped by Adam Gilchrist, scored an unbeaten 72 and, fittingly, hit the winning runs as India won by 4 wickets. This was the first win for India in Australia since February 1981. Rahul Dravid was man of the match. India led the series 1-0. The third test match was the traditional Boxing Day test played at Melbourne. India got off to a good start, with Virender Sehwag scoring 195, and ended the first day at 329. But in the first session on the second day, wickets fell quickly and India were bowled out for 366. Australia, in their first innings, put up 558 runs, with centuries from Hayden, 136, and Ponting, 257. This was Ponting's second double hundred in as many matches. Anil Kumble picked up 6 wickets. India started the second innings 192 runs behind. Dravid, 92, and Sourav Ganguly, 73, were the only players to cross 50, and India were bowled out for 286. This gave Australia a target of only 95, which they achieved for the loss of 1 wicket, levelling the series at 1-1. Ricky Ponting was man of the match for his 257. The fourth and final test was the New Year's Test at Sydney, notable also for being Steve Waugh's last test match. India won the toss and elected to bat first. The opening stand between Sehwag, 72, and Chopra, 45, was worth 123 runs. The spotlight, though, was on Sachin Tendulkar, who had not had success with the bat on the tour. He responded by scoring 241 unbeaten runs and put up 353 runs for the fourth wicket with Laxman, 178. A cameo from keeper Parthiv Patel took India to 705. A7 declared India's highest ever test score. Australia started well, with Hayden and Langer putting up a 147-run opening stand, but they were in trouble at 350 before Caddick and Gillespie put on 117 runs for the 8th wicket to take Australia to 474, Anil Kumble taking 141. India started the second innings 231 runs ahead and requiring quick runs to force a result. Sehwag, 47, Dravid, 91, and Tendulkar, 60, all contributed, as India raced to 211 in 43 overs to set Australia 443 to win. 4 overs at the end of the fourth day produced no wickets and Australia had to play out the last day to save the test, while India needed 10 wickets to win. The Australian batting responded well under pressure, with Langer, Ponting and Martyn scoring 40s, but at 196, with more than one session to go, the match could have gone either way. However, Steve Waugh, playing his last test, and Simon Caddick put the match out of India's reach. Waugh scored 80 and Caddick was unbeaten on 77 as the match was drawn despite 4 more wickets for Kumble, which gave him 12 wickets for the match itself. Despite Kumble's efforts on a flat wicket, Sachin Tendulkar was man of the match for his unbeaten scores of 241 and 60 in the match. The series score was maintained at 1-1. Rahul Dravid was man of the series for 619 runs in 4 matches. The series was hailed as one of the best that had been played in Australia. Okay, I'll stop this part now. I'll continue the rest of news in another part. If you like my channel, please share, like and subscribe. Be safe, be happy.